On a quiet Sunday afternoon, a group of friends and family meet for the annual Bethany House picnic. The kids make new friends. Old acquaintances catch up on what's been going on in their lives. It all seems so innocent, but if you look closer, many of these young women don't have a history of leading such rewarding lives. In fact, for most of them, at one time their future seemed bleak and without hope.
My parents got divorced when I was 10. And then on, I was going from my dad to my mom, to my aunt, to my grandparents, and back to my mom again.
My mom and dad got a divorce, so I moved to California with my mom. And my dad got the kids back, and so we came down here.
Well, my parents were divorced when I was 7, and after that it pretty much went downhill. He remarried, and his wife's son abused me, and he didn't believe it, so living there was really hard.
My parents got divorced when I was a young age, so I never really had the father figure there until just recently.
I met some 18, 19, this was when I was about 13, 18 or 19-year-olds, you know, they'd come over. I always had my house full of people.
I started hanging out, getting a social life, hanging out with a lot of my friends and stuff, and start talking to this guy, of course.
I got in trouble in school and was drinking and doing drugs.
I moved into an apartment with a roommate to try to be more independent and be on my own, and that was before I found out I was pregnant. And then about a week after I moved in with my roommate, I found out I was pregnant.
I met my baby's father when I was about to turn 14. We started sleeping together and doing that, and I thought I was going to be with him for the rest of my life.
I was having sex, of course, and I found out I was pregnant.
I was still hanging around bad people, doing drugs, being promiscuous, and so I found out I was pregnant.
And I go, I might be pregnant. And so they took me to the Pregnancy Resource Center, and I took a test, and I was pregnant.
My grandfather calls me in the room and he tells me, he asked me if my dad talked to me. I told him yes, and he said, well, so you know you need to leave? And I said, yes, sir.
But I was really scared and felt really lost. I didn't really know exactly what to do about the situation. It's kind of all by myself. And I was going through frantically trying to find places to live, and I called a different home, and they were full. And they gave me the number here and thought that this would be a really good place for me to be because, you know, they work with specifically teens and young women who are pregnant.
And I called Bethany House and got an interview and went to the interview, and I got accepted that day.
Bethany House was created to provide a place of security and hope for these young pregnant women in desperate need of help. For the past 13 years, Bethany House has seen over 300 young women come through the program. Every one of them has left with a sense of hope for the future.
What's so successful about Bethany House is it's a home. It's not a shelter. We work one-on-one with each girl that comes through our doors. But we're unique because we offer that home setting, we offer the one-on-one. We offer God's love, sincere God's love, not fake. It's real, and we really care about them.
The very first day I was here, I loved it. I mean, the other 2 girls, they came up here and sat with me and talked with me while I unpacked.
It's a lot more than just a place to stay. You know, you have people that actually really do care about you. And you get a sense of that. And it's hard to explain how you do, but you just feel it, the warmth from them and the love from them, that they do care for you. And they really do want to help you in any way that they can.
We try to make a relationship as soon as they walk in the door. We welcome them and we love them as soon as we see them, and we don't judge them.
At first, I had a lot of trouble getting used to everything. I didn't want to soften up and accept things. I just wanted to be tough and continue in my old ways. I mainly was just I just saw it as a temporary place to live. I didn't really know what it was, but I just softened up and started following the rules and going to church and enjoying Bible study. It was great. It was a lot of fun, a lot of growing.
One of the best things about Bethany House is how much they put God into the picture. So I know that God was talked about and God was used as a person here, and that was a really good thing for me.
We have devotions every night, but what we're teaching is we're teaching principles. We're teaching them what forgiveness is. We're teaching them what integrity is, what honesty is. We're teaching them to have good character. And we've all have our stories. And so we want to give back what God has so fully given to us and changed us. And we want to give that back. And I think that's what makes us unique, is we're giving back what God has given us.
Bethany House seems to be really geared towards helping you help yourself rather than just, letting you live here. And I want to get out on my own and be able to support my baby and me and have a good job.
I feel good about myself because I know that I'm going to be providing for my child. I am not going to be sitting at home every day on welfare, sitting there not doing anything about me.
They've shown me that it can be done, that it's not as such a bad thing as a lot of people like to make it out of. Yes, it's a lot harder being younger, but it can be done, and you do have people who care about you and who understand what you're going through, and you can, still fulfill all the goals and dreams that you had for yourself. As long as I work hard and keep trying, going to school to get to the place where I want to be, it might take me longer. I might have to go to school during the summer just so I can catch up because I won't be able to go full time. But I'm going to do whatever it takes just to get me to that spot. And I want to be the one that proves them wrong, the one that says, yes, I did it, so I can help somebody like me one day. My motivation is to not be a statistic.
Coming to Bethany House helped me get back on the right track, and so then I decided that I could do it and I could keep her. I would be successful.
What keeps me going in this ministry is the successes of the girls. To see them grow, to see them developed, to see them be successful, to see them get married. I recently went to a wedding. When they first come in, their faces are usually down. They're usually very discouraged. They don't have much self-esteem. They don't have much confidence. But after they've gone through the program, you just slowly see their heads lift and the twinkle in their eye come back, and the happiness and the joy. But we're not only saving one life, ministering to one life, but we're ministering to that tiny little baby that they haven't had yet either. And then afterwards, we're working with both mother and baby. So we're not saving one life, we're saving 2 lives. And that's what makes it all worth it.
Several years ago, Carrie Ann found Bethany House in a moment of crisis. She had tried to commit suicide several times. She was at the bottom of her life with nowhere to go.
My life was going in the dumpster before Bethany House. I was on my way out. I was not going to be here anymore. And now I know that I have so many possibilities. I feel like a rising star. Things that I had put away a long time ago that I thought I could never be, that I would never do, that I could never accomplish, became a reality for me. I was able to become a successful woman. I was able to become a good mother, and I was able to become a good wife. And the things I was given are they're immeasurable.
There are hundreds of stories of young women who have forever been changed by the work of Bethany House. As these young women get on their feet again, they begin to give back to the ministry that changed them forever.
There'd been such a change in my heart that I wanted to give back, the things that had been given me. So I came back and I started out doing the Big Sister program. It's like reliving a gift over and over again. It's like unwrapping a gift over and over again, because I remember what I was given here. And now I get to see it unfold in the hearts and the spirits and the minds and the futures of every girl that walks through this door. And it's a gift right back to me all the time, every time I'm here. I have seen girls come in here with such incredibly broken hearts, and I've seen them leave here with mended hearts and hope in their eyes again. And I remember feeling that way. I remember walking out the store and knowing it was never, ever going to be the same again. And that is the biggest and most important thing that we do here. When they leave here, it will never be the same again.
As Bethany House matures into a vibrant ministry, it now looks to further help these young women. Recently, steps have been made to provide continued support for new areas of need.
Now we're at a stable level where we know exactly, that step 1 and step 2 and step 3 is for the first phase. And recently we just turned our maternity room into a mother-baby room. So now we have expanded the ministry for a pilot project for phase 2 to see how long each girl needs to stay after she has her baby.
I know for a fact if I were to be staying anywhere else, just about, I wouldn't have the weight of responsibility on me. I know that this isn't a permanent place for me. I know that this is a stepping stone, and that's what I like. They help you to grow.
Phase 2 is so important because these are at-risk, unsupported teen moms, and they need support, and they need ongoing support. So by the time that they do end up leaving even the second phase of it, they should be on their feet, they should be very successful, and they should be excellent moms. Our final goal is to buy property in the next couple of years and to build. And we want to build a home and the main office plus 4 individual apartments for the girls and their children. This is what we want to do. We want to complete the circle. We don't quite know how long it's going to take us to get there. Our goal is 2 years. So we would like all of you to please continue to pray for us and that expanded vision will come to pass.